everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire. It is Saturday, October 19th, and we're going to be getting into some Preptober shenanigans. I thought Kate Kavanaugh was hosting another writing sprint this morning, so I got up like ready to go, and I was like, oh, that's not until tomorrow, but I'm like ready to do some sprints, so I think I'm just gonna do my own thing. I'm going to a pumpkin patch corn maze thing with some friends in a few hours. It is currently 12:09. Oh, look at my cute background that I got today. It says witch. And I have to head out of here by 2. So I have several hours just to do things. Also, sorry if you can hear my fan going. Despite the fact that it is late October, it is like 75 degrees outside and I'm hot. Or if you can hear these obnoxious dogs behind me, they insist on being in this room with me while filming. So I'm going to be using the Pomodoro technique, but using the app called Forest is one of those things where you can set it so it just gets mad at you if you try to check your phone while you have this app going. So I like it. That's what I'm going to be using for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break to chores, basically. That's all I ever do, I feel like, is I'm like writing, dealing with the puppies, cleaning this house constantly. I want to do a Preptober writing sprint. I have some previous Preptober videos talking about like what I'm up to with all this. So this is for my second fantasy book, but I'm writing everything out by hand. So I want to do that for a sprint. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on today. So for the next few hours, and you guys get to join me. So I hope this is useful for you guys. Let's get started. So I actually meant to film some of that writing portion, but my camera battery died, so I had to let that charge. And I did, in fact, complete my 25 minutes, but I was so into the scene, I think I ended up writing for about 40 because it is almost 1 p.m. So it was a very productive writing session. I ended up writing 4 pages worth, all of one scene. I basically wrote out the entire chapter, lots of dialogue. Like I've explained before, I throw in dialogue if I can think of any in the moment, but this one, it was just really coming to me. I also use this as a place to kind of throw out themes or the tones that I want for that chapter. So a struggle, or not a struggle, but kind of a challenge that I'm also glad that I'm dealing with now in this pre-NaNoWriMo stage is that I have 3 point of views that I'm circling between. There are other books that have main point of views, whether it's just 2 main characters or like 5 or 6 main characters, but what they'll also do, and I'm thinking of A Darker Shade of Magic by B.E. Schwab, but also The Six of Crows duology by Leo Bardugo, where there will be random chapters thrown in there from a completely different point of view character, not one of the main established ones, but from usually an antagonist or like a shopkeeper or something where, oh, like it would just be so dramatic, the tension would be so much higher if this random POV character was thrown in. Brandon Sanderson and Warbreaker also did this, and it's not bad. I'm not trying to bash that by any means. I can totally see why they're doing it, because oh, this character, it's usually they don't know what's going on and something very like dramatic or sinister happens to them. I don't want to do that. I really, really, really want to keep it to just these 3 POVs. But I can see why authors do choose to do that because of that added tension. Like the scene that I just wrote, there is like a lot of sinister is a good word for it, high tension, and I can see why changing it to this like random shopkeeper's POV would definitely like, ooh, heighten that. I just don't want to do that. Personally, I want to keep it to my POV characters and figure out how to maintain that high level of tension without breaking the point of view thing that I've already established. So that's been an interesting thing to try to figure out. It might get trickier in the future. We'll see. Anyway, that's kind of my revelation. I'm going to take, 5-10 minutes to do some laundry, actually make myself some food. I also kind of want to edit my first book. It's a few days later. I don't know what possessed me to think that I was going to have time to do another writing sprint when I only had 1 hour before having to leave the house, and I had to eat and do some stuff with the dogs and clean. But my little fall outing adventure with my friends was super fun. You'll see it in my Dracula reading vlog, which will either be up before this or after this. So you can check out all the fun details there. But I am back. It's a little late. It's like 7:30, but I'm definitely ready for another 25-minute or so writing sprint. Got the notebook, and this is a Preptober writing sprint. So because October is unfortunately coming to an end, and I'm starting to stress out a little bit about NaNoWriMo, so I need all the help I can get. Okay, let's get started. And we're going, we're live. Okay, so much like my previous writing sprints, I went way over the 25-minute timer that I originally set for myself and just wrote until I finished the scene, which was, oh gosh, I guess 3-4 pages long. I'm definitely finding that compared to when I started this outline or this pre-writing, my scenes are way longer, or my chapters, and I'm using a lot more dialogue, which is interesting. I think that now that I'm kind of really getting into the swing of things and the flow of the story and exactly the type of vibes that I want to put out there, the dialogue is coming a lot more easily to me. I virtually had no dialogue for the first like 3 or 4 chapters that I wrote here. And I think that's gonna be it for this little write with me video. Like I said, there is 1 week, probably less, when I put this video up, of Preptober. So my little last tidbits of advice, not just for you, but for me, I am speaking like through the camera to my future self when I'm editing this, that now is the time to really get stuff done. There's no more procrastinating. There's no more allowing yourself to get in the habit of procrastinating. You want to win at NaNoWriMo, gotta get as much pre-writing and prepping actually done. You can't just have it ruminate in your head. You can't just fill out, and this is for me, everyone's story and what they're dealing with is different, but for me, I can't just be making little character aesthetic boards, as fun as that is, and wasting time on Pinterest, as fun as that is, and watching a lot of author tube videos about Preptober, as fun as that is. But I actually want to get stuff done, that I need to be using my spare time prepping, not procrastinating. That being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you enjoy this kind of content and to make more of it in the future, and to subscribe because that helps me out the most and makes me really happy. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.